G'day, we're in a paddock on the station. From what I understand, historically, about 250 head, no, beg your pardon, 75 head of cattle ran in this paddock. And one of the first actions that the new owners have done on this place is come to this paddock, and if I recall correctly, so it was in December, they put 350 head of cattle in this paddock. And the idea is to get that higher density and get more disturbance. And this, we have a brand new water trough here. This was one of the first things that was done. This paddock has a water source at the far end on the other side of the paddock, and there's a dam there, and that's where the stock previously were getting their water from. And so to make a change, in a quick change without having to put in fencing and because you've got a large property, one of the quick changes you can do is put in a different water source, and that's what they did here, put in a different water source to get the stock to be on this side of the paddock instead of being on the other side continuously near the water source. And it's a bit hard for me to show right now, but what was pointed out to me in December, we're in June now, so it's 6 months later, and I'm trying to see the difference, but I can see a little bit of something, but I think it's going to take another season to really see a difference. So we'll go over here and just have a quick look at that. So this is a little stand of bush here, trees and established. When I came here in December, this actually had quite a lot of leaf litter in here because it hadn't been disturbed. The stock hadn't been here, but now you can actually see not much. You can see bare soil and you can see not much leaf litter. And we also have this vegetation here. Now I don't specifically know if this vegetation wasn't here last time. I didn't get a total before shot, but you can see it's in here, so this would have seeded off. And why has that happened is because the stock have been in here, which you can tell. So they've rested here, we're not far from the trough, and they hung around here, and here's quite a bit of poop. And you see more poop here, more manures, and it comes right in. So here we got quite a bit of leaf litter. There, it hasn't had the full disturbance, but we do have grass in here that might not have been here 18 months ago, 12 months ago. That might not have been here because this would have been quite a deep layer of litter. And having the cows hanging around here, pushing in here, and a bit of push and shove and standing on this and moving this has possibly allowed this to germinate and get started. And then next time they'll come in and have a browse, and then they'll come in more, and then in time this will come back into pasture, and maybe these bushy plants which are not productive will maybe phase out a bit and we'll get more grass into here. So it's utilising that water point, change the water point without having to do fencing, so it's a quick and easy. And then they've got a water point and a water point at the other end. They could put a fence in and then really bring up that impact with that same amount of stock. But what their intention is to here actually bring in a bigger mob of stock. Bring in 3 times as many as that, maybe 1,000 head or 2,000 head, bring them in and get them really working it and pushing in, and have them in here for a short period of time, get the density in, and then they'll get them out and give it a rest, to give it a nice period of rest. I'm not sure what regime they're doing on the rest at this stage, but maybe a 90-day rest or maybe even more, 120 days of rest before they come back. That's going to depend on their overall property strategy, and also where the feed's at, because you want that to do its thing, seed off or whatever it might be.